Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure and privilege to be present here on the occasion of this launch of a very unique event which is going to take place in Hyderabad. Ladies and gentlemen, the key challenge for India is to grow rapidly at rates of 9 to 10% per annum, year after year, for 3 decades or more, to be able to create jobs for a very, very young population. And if India is to grow at those rates, for 3 decades or more, then the manufacturing sector has to grow at rates of 14 to 15% per annum. And if the manufacturing sector has to grow at those rates, then to my mind, the civil aviation sector must take the lead. And the civil aviation sector manufacturing in India must be a key driver of India's growth. The challenge is that worldwide, if you look at it, for every percent rate of GDP growth, there's a 2% increase in the available seats kilometers. That means there's a direct correlationship between civil aviation and GDP growth. Conversely, if the civil aviation sector grows at 2%, India's GDP grows at 1%. And to my mind, civil aviation has a direct convergence with India's, not merely GDP, but India's travel and tourism. And having worked in that sector for a long period, I would say that that's a sector whose potential is immense, it's enormous. And there is no reason why Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore should really not emerge as major hubs between Europe and Asia. These airports should really emerge as major hubs. As far as the manufacturing sector is concerned, India has a unique advantage, and its unique advantage lies in its ability to do frugal engineering. And if you were to look at the Sikorsky helicopter, which United Technologies is doing in collaboration with its entire cabin, which used to be made in Japan by Mitsubishi, has relocated its manufacturing base now today. And if you were to look at Hyderabad and Bangalore, there are many young entrepreneurs and many young companies, Dynamatic for instance. This company was earlier supplying components to BMW, Mercedes, is now supplying components to Boeing. And this has all happened in the last 1 year. So what India is witnessing a very radical and a very revolutionary shift of young entrepreneurs who are doing manufacturing for automobile sector, where India is a center for compact car manufacturing. India supplies compact car manufacturing to the rest of the world. And these were young manufacturers who were supplying auto components to these companies. They've all gradually evolved, grown, and moved to the defense and to the aerobus industry sector. And therefore, to my mind, India has the ecosystem, India has the engineering capability, India has the ability to create and do engineering and high precision engineering at an extremely low cost as compared to the rest of the world. And this is the opportunity. If you do it 4 years or 5 years later, you'll be too late. Every good investor does it ahead of the curve. And this is the opportunity for India, because India is today where United States of America was in 1950s, and where Europe was in 1960s, and where China was in 1980s. This is a unique opportunity. If you miss this, you would have lost it. 5 years down the line, the civil aviation sector will be full of leading players here, and you would have lost that opportunity. So please, India is an oasis of growth, is growing at about 6.5%. It'll grow this year at 7.5%. Long term, it'll grow at 9 to 10%. India is an oasis of growth in a very barren economic landscape across the world. And to my mind, civil aviation sector will emerge as a key driver. And this event is being held in a very unique destination. There cannot be a better destination than Hyderabad. There cannot be a better driver than the state chief minister, who has driven that state with extreme passion and determination. And therefore, to my mind, please do join us, collaborate with us. We'll help you to create wealth for your company and for India. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.